Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 31 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis. No, this is not Europa Universalis, despite the fact there is a Prussia here. This is, of course, Stellaris Utopia, and we are, as I may have just inferred, Space Prussia. In the last couple of episodes, we have been recovering our economy. We were in a massive deficit of credits, and we have mostly fixed that. I think that was through changing our sectors from being industrial to being financial, and that does seem to have helped rather a lot. Also, we've started developing some more of our territories, and I'm kind of thinking I have a 50,000 fleet sitting there doing not very much, and I don't think we have a truce anymore. No, we do not. I'm kind of getting an itchy trigger finger, honestly, and I'd rather like to go to war again. You are pathetic, pathetic superior. So it's only the technology which is ahead of me. And honestly, my technology is going to be recovering really rather quickly at this point because we are generating rather a lot of tech. But yeah, I think I want to go on the offensive. Do we have any leader slots? We have one. No, we have a spare leader anyway. 2 level 5s. Nice. So yeah, I think we're going to start shifting you guys into position. You're going to merge up, I think. Let's go back to fastest speed, see what happens. Come on. Merge up, there you go. And then, honestly, we can just ship out to here and prepare an invasion. We have 50,000, that's good. And where are my troops? Let's have you embarked. And then you can head off over to here as well. This will immediately rather reduce our income, but I think that's fine. Like, we are generating more than enough to have the fleet out at the moment.
Research complete.
So I'm rather happy with that. Okay, so we finished the assist research. Excellent. We can get the research institute, which is a plus 5% for the entire empire. That would be lovely. So would the governing ethics attraction. So would the energy nexus. I think that's what we're going to go for, though, as the research institute. Yeah, I think that's the best option. Cool.
Construction complete.
Too. And we're just building a bunch of observatories, which honestly are just going to be increasing our tech output even further, which is awesome. Trade treaty with China Enterprises has finished.
Research complete.
And there's the other technology. At which point we can get the army upkeep reduction. Is army's upkeep a problem? No. That would save us 3.1 credits a month. Frontier clinics share the burden. Slave output. Actually, robot output. We have robots now, don't we? Pretty sure we do. Let's get the artificial moral codes for the robot stuff. That sounds good to me. And we're still miles under our limit, so we could get even more troops built. Not entirely convinced that we need to. Sorry, loads more ships built. You know what? No, I'm just going to go and store up the tech, honestly. I mean, the other thing that we could do is go after the Dreadnought or the Enigmatic Fortress. We probably have enough force power now to do that. 50,000, though. We will suffer some casualties if we do this. So I think I'd rather go to war, take these guys out, well, as far as we can, establish a truce with them, because they're our main foes right now, and then once we have a truce, then we can use our fleet to go and slap around whoever it is that we decide to slap around. Yeah, that sounds good to me. The horizon signal reprise. The black hole in Gindar Black Hole is active again. Once again, a looping signal flickers in the darkness at the edge of normal space, but this time there's an acoustic message encoded in the signal. It sounds very like Voldrik Demperium's voice. What was, shall be. Voldrik Demperium intones. What shall be, was. And then the same coordinates as the first signal, the coordinates where Voldrik Demperium was lost, and the media has christened the exit point. Then they say a name. Jordan den Iridar. Jordan den Iridar volunteers. Permit it. Permit them to go, but rig the ship's drive to detonate. Or not this time. Fine. I have no idea who that was. Please don't be the Admiral. You're not the Admiral. Patron newsletter. Here follows the latest newsletter for all of our patrons. Sadly, nothing as much has been produced in the Enclave. Most of the artists have fallen into deep melancholy from where no inspiration can be drawn. The mood is dire, but hopeful. Creation takes time, after all. Any donations that would help the group rekindle their interest in the material plane again would be of tremendous help. Oh, it's only 500 minerals? For 50 influence? Very well. We joyously accept your donation and promise that it will be used in the most creative of endeavours. It better be. It had better be. I want to see those creative juices going. Alright. Horizon signal. I'm through! This time, the ship is running fully automated. Jorgrim den Iridar is the only crew member aboard. As it approaches the exit point, the telemetry stream fills up with fascinating data. Once again, space flexes. Gravity uncoils. Jorgrim den Iridar reads off the headline data, echoing the telemetry. They're commendably calm. We sent a professional. It takes a little while for anyone to realise that something is peculiar about the timing. Jorgrim den Iridar is no longer echoing the data. They're predicting it. The telemetry disagrees, but only for a few seconds until it catches up. The monitoring team is just reporting that the prediction interval is increasing when Jorgrim den Iridar says wonderingly, I'm through. It's dark. That's not a problem. We can live in the dark. I never thought of that, but of course. We can live here forever. If the worm will only wait. At that moment, the signal cuts out and the ship disappears from our team's sensors. Horrible, regrettable, fascinating. Oh, who's insulted me? Shaptak Order has insulted me, even though my fleet's already on their way to their borders. That, I would have to say, is very brave. That is very brave. Because from Krakow, we can basically go in any direction.
Complete.
Valdric den Iridar has just leveled up. Excellent. Spaceport has finished construction queue. Construction queue, that is again even more technology, I think. Is there anything else that we want to build? Wait, Berlin doesn't have battleship assembly yards? Doesn't even have a fleet academy. What are we doing in Berlin? Oh right, of course, Sajima and Darelian are the ship producers. Never mind, continue. I'm being silly. Alright, I think we're ready for another scuffle. I would like to take Zactoria out this time. And it will be against the Valian Order as well. I think it's actually... Is it? I'm sure it is. Yes, it is the Valian... But not Zimmerpuk. They are no longer friendly with Zimmerpuk. That's interesting. Zimmerpuk are on their own. Oh no, they're a vassal under the Velamax Harmonious Grand Duchy. Well, who are they? Oh, it's these guys. Oh, you bastards! You stole my minion! Alright, that's one less person to fight. So we'll just be against these three, and I'm going to have to do as much damage as I can. One thing I'm somewhat tempted to do is see if we can vassalize the Valian Sacred Order and the Yasanar Interplanetary Accord, and then we just take as much land from Shaptak as we can. So we declare war on you. Oh, bloody hell. You're a vassal. Oh no, you're an overlord. And you're in a defensive pact with the Valian Sacred Order. Are you a vassal? No. Then why would I have been at war with all those people if I declare war on you? Unless you're guaranteed. Trade deals integrating, so we need to take you out sooner rather than later. Independence is guaranteed. So yes, we need to declare war on the Valian Sacred Order in that case. And that would be them, Shaptak, Rothak as well. Nah, it's time they died. Although they were the ones who were relatively friendly with us, aren't they? Relatively. They have a lot of border friction now. So be it. You're pathetic compared to us. You are inferior and pathetic compared to us. Only to your technology, which is decent. Okay. Well, the vassalizations... Shaptak would be too expensive, as suspected. But Valion could certainly be vassalized, as could Rothak. And then we take some territories from... Well, actually, I would like to take that as well. That's 75, so we're vassalizing 3 nations here. All 3 of these. And that would just leave Shabtak, but then the next war would have to be against the Velmax Harmonious Grand Duchy as well. And... You rated to us, equivalent, superior. See, we're on good terms. I don't really want to go into a war with you. But you are kind of cramping my style a bit. No, I don't think I'm going to get Rothak this time. I think we have to take the Valian Sacred Order. And then as many of their locations as possible. So Falterra. Seed. And then Gidzerak. Without an F. And then Shabtris, which is actually their capital. Probably expensive. And then that's vassalizing Valion. Do we want to do anything against Rothak? I think we'll grab Yusanar. It's saying no, but I think that's only that they can't have in subject. That's not that I can't take them. Like, it's a bit weird. We'll see if that's true. And then I think one more thing. Zunderban? Or do we want to start taking some of this stuff? No, I think we'll leave those. So yeah, I think we'll take Zunderban. Or Wirthask. If we took Wirthask, then we'd probably take all of these systems too. If we took Opinyar Ukral, then we would cut them off completely. I think we're Wirthask. Might be able to take one more. Go for a 100%. Ayamadon? Zunderban, I think is going to have to be. 96%. Anyone else want to join in? No, I don't think so. One of the selected demands is not proposable. Yeah, there is definitely a bug here. This is saying that it's saying I can't vassalize them because they are not independent. Yeah, I know they're not independent. I want to take them from them. Or are you saying that they have to be made independent? Or actually, or shall I just take their planets? That's probably the better idea. Let's just go for Romascus. Oh, bloody hell, they have a lot of planets there. I mean, the other thing that we could do is liberate them. Oh man, that costs a 50% war score though. Or we just let Shabtak annex them and take them in a future war. I think we just let them annex them. In which case, I think I'm going to take Rotanev. Oh man, there are 2 planets there. What about Saval? Yeah. What about Valian Secret? Oh, we're already vassalizing them. I can't believe liberation is so expensive. That's ridiculous. Maybe we'll take Belazir. Ah, there we go. That I can do. 90%.
We have declared war.
Alright, let's do this. So the first thing I want to do actually is split you in half, because I cannot see them being in a position where they're going to actually be able to counter us. And we are going to go immediately for their capital with the main fleet. And then the secondary fleet can go down this way. And let's go that speed. go bomb them.
Hostile station engaged.
Already? Oh, that one. Right, yeah, okay.
Alien spaceport engaged. Situation log updated.
You shouldn't have insulted me then, should you?
Situation
I take
log
such things
updated.
very seriously, don't you know? And who are you fighting? Oh,
Alien spaceport engaged. Situation log
Yeah, not a problem.
updated.
Alright, where's
Situation
my
log
science
updated.
ship? I don't have one, apparently. Are you bombing? You're bombing.
Hostile fleet detected.
You're not yet.
Hostile fleet engaged. Evade
No missiles for you.
hostile fleet. Situation log updated.
Their spaceport did no damage. None. Alright, so my anti-missile capability is really effective now. 3 flak batteries are amazing. Interesting. Oh crap, you're going to take my transports, aren't you? You bastards. Which one's closer? That'll be you. Yeah, you're all gonna die. Son of a bitch. Alright, I guess I'll go and make some more. Before we do this, let's make sure the transports are fully upgraded, because they seem to kill their transports way quicker than I can kill theirs. I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure that this is basically how they're kitted up. It would have to be. High shields, shield capacitor. I'm smelling shenanigans there. I'm just going to go for a massive rally. I'm tired of this. Might even have 2. Does that mean we lost a general? It probably means we lost a general. Are you actually flying away from me? Oh, son of a bitch.
Hostile fleet detected.
Alright. You've made up my mind then. Whoa, that's not what I was expecting. We're just gonna have to blow stuff up.
Incoming transmission.
What? Minerals for terraforming.
Hostile fleet detected. Evading hostile fleet.
Kill that, and then head here. What the actual hell? Why not just go that way? Would that not be simpler?
Hostile fleet
Bye.
engaged.
Bye.
Situation log updated.
Let's just go around and blow up stuff. Can't believe they destroyed my transport fleet. That's just infuriating. Grr. In fact, screw it. Let's just blow everything up and just completely sap their ability to fight ever again while we're building these idiots. Oh, another tradition. Awesome. Harmony. Unrest reduced. Don't really need it. Or this one, build speed in defensive wars and fire rate in our own territory. So if we get declared war on by someone, or if we're having to fight something in our own lands, then we do that a lot better. So rude. Yeah, you're just killing
Incoming transmission.
stations. What up? Fine. Hello. I'm running out of terraforming stuff, so no.
Situation log updated.
Where has their fleet gone? Come back. I would like to fight you.
Situation log updated.
Once again, the horizon signal in Jindar black hole is active. It is up this game. Once again, the transmission includes the exit point's coordinates. It is signed with the private com keys of Veldric Den Pyridar and Yagrim Den Iridar, but this time it's a generative text program written in an elderly programming language that creates what appears to be love poems. Love poems directed to Yoram Den Rothrag. They're honestly not very good love poems, but it is, our science agree, quite difficult to generate love poems procedurally, and quite unusual for a black hole to send love poems at all. It asks nicely, send him. Are you just stripping me of my scientist team? Are you just a leader? Governor? Yeah, it was just a governor. It feels like they're trying to strip me of all of my leaders. Oh, you've done your bit. Good stuff. Kill that. Head off to... yeah. Where is their fleet hiding? This will be the end of me, Yoram Den Rothrag says at the briefing before launch. I know I won't come back, but I think I always knew this would happen. Whatever is in the black hole has been waiting for us for a long, long time. I think it's been waiting for me since before I was born. Once again, the single pilot ship approaches the exit point. Once again, space boils like a fever. Again, our sensor arrays soak up fascinating data. This time, Yoram Den Rothrag is silent. The telemetry becomes intermittent, and then it too is silent. The ship has reached the exit point, and the conditions around it are returning to normal. Nothing's happened. Nothing. The question team mutter furiously. The ship is different. In fact, it's a different ship. It's Valorant Imperium's vessel, lost these years past, drifting now away from the exit point. The salvage team finds it pristine and empty. No trace of crew, no sign of violence, but there is a journal entry in Valorant Imperium's name, titled, "What was, will be." Our scientists review it nervously. Impossible, one says. I hope so, says another. The ship is renamed the Foundling and returned to service. The signal, dead or sleeping, says nothing at all, ever again. Entropic recursion. Okay, cool. Whatever that means. And you... are... no different. So far as I can tell. Except for the fact that you have absolutely no power supplies or anything. Alright, let's get a relatively cheap person. You're the youngest as well. That's not cheap. Why has that cost gone up? Oh, because we have selected lineages, which means they live longer. Fair enough. And then you can basically, I guess, come over here and research all the projects in these places. And then the entropic thingy-majiggy. Spiral feed power hub. Plus 20% energy credits, minus 5% happiness. Significantly increases the power output of the planet using techniques with no place in conventional physics. Implicated in night terrors and dreams of falling. Okay. Bloody expensive. What was I researching again? Research Institute, of course I was. Well, we can start getting that soon. Right. Meanwhile, fleet, killing stuff. Marvellous. You're just killing their stations. Excellent.
Situation log updated.
Fastest, because I'm sure their combined fleets are off hiding somewhere. And just generally being somewhat annoying at the moment.
Situation log updated. Research complete.
Okay, so we can get research institutes. Power plant 3, research alternatives. I'm curious. I know this is going to take forever, but I'm going to give it a go. 76 months. Yikes. Following the recent sensor sweep of the Sire system, Admiral Baram Den Volthrag has learned how to deploy his units to maximize their sensor range. Few fleet commanders possess the skill to carry out such complex maneuvers. Cool. Destroy those and then head here. Okay, so we got all of our armies at last. Alright, yes. What the actual... why? No. That's just silly, going through the middle of enemy territory when you've already proven to be completely incapable of even holding marginally your own. Kill, kill. And then you may head here.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
That's true, I haven't seen any of their mining stations.
Situation log updated.
Not mining stations, wormhole stations. They're wormhole, aren't they? That's how they were able to hit me so hard so quickly and then get away.
Situation log updated.
Are you kidding me? Guarantee revoked. Alright. Kill, kill, kill. Head up to... no. Yeah, head up to there. We can head there or there. It doesn't really matter. Cool. Continue. Just stripping their ability to do anything productive whatsoever. You're already killing their
Situation
stuff.
log
Good.
updated.
Oh, you're done. Or rather, you have arrived. You can go and kill that. And then sure, head over to this.
Situation log updated.
Didn't go to Gizarak or this. There's quite a lot of material here, actually. And Calador. That was a bit of a mistake. Oh, hello there, 5.7 thousand fleet.
Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
After the recent victory in
Debris
Zandaban
analyzed.
system, Admiral Goldrick Den Polosh appears to have developed a new interest in naval theory and has begun experimenting with some radically new theories, strategies and stuff. That was you, I guess. You are now a trickster. Indeed.
Situation log updated. Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
The Loop Temple, signs in the stone. Archaeologists have found a forgotten temple in the remote highlands of Berlin. Buried for centuries but recently exposed by an earthquake. Dating techniques suggest it is of pre-industrial relic, hand-hewn from volcanic rock. However, the recurring symbol on the walls and radial altar, a Mobius looped serpent consuming its own tail, has no obvious precedent in our early history, and the inscriptions use an unknown alphabet. One excitable archaeologist suggests that it's a relic left by an unknown precursor race. In a presumably meaningless coincidence, the quake seems to have occurred at the same time as the final message from the black hole, in the Gindor black hole. This merits study.
Situation log updated.
Which I guess means using special science ship to go and check out Berlin. No, apparently not. It's a one of these. Research. That's social, right? No. Apparently it doesn't use a slot. Alright. Yeah, fleet's disappeared again. Wimps! Come back! Come face me! Let's go to Soval. Destroy them. Whatever we find there. And yes, you should have a commander. Army damage morale. And you are by far the youngest. Shouldn't take very long to siege down their place. Destroyed a couple of corvettes. Nothing too difficult.
Debris analyzed. Situation log updated.
A bunch of tech, actually. More than I had expected to get. Governor leveled up. Guarantees. Debris. And you're on your way to
Research
Soval.
complete. Alien spaceport engaged. Situation log updated.
Quickly, this thing's going down.
Situation
Bye.
log updated.
Alright, and on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. And if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.